let's go. The story of somebody's life, journey, a moment in time, or it could mean nothing without a husband and a housewife.
Hello and welcome to the 13th edition of A Husband and a Housewife with me, Joe Sealey, and unlucky for some,
I feel balls dropped because that was very
my throat went, didn't it?
Between when you're 13 years old. But yes, good morning. It's Nicole Sealey and I'm a housewife.
Yeah.
Sometimes. Someone did actually ask me the other day how I managed to make the bed. And I said, well, I try not to. So, because no, I do. It's not that difficult with a quilt. But yeah, the nails are particularly long at the moment. I have lost one.
Yeah, it came off the other day, didn't it?
They are particularly long.
What have you been up to?
Well, I'm a little bit sad this morning because one of the guys that kind of worked for me, he did work for me and for over 20 years, probably 22, 23 years he's worked for me, and he passed away. So a little bit sad, and he's been, part of everything that I've done for all of those years, and, played a big part in where I am today, I think. An incredibly interesting character. He loved cats much more than he loved people. And anyone that wanted him to do anything, because he was quite stubborn, they would ring me and say, could you ask Kevin to do it? And he pretty much did do anything for me.
I liked him.
Yeah, he was just so unique. And he came from ex-British Rail. There are not many people in the railway industry that are left anymore that come from that background.
Yeah.
And he could tell you stuff about the railway that, the kids today don't know. So, yeah, he's going to be...
I bet he could tell us stuff that you don't know.
Probably. But yeah, really interesting character. I think one of the funniest things was I sent him some wine at Christmas, and he rang me and said, Nicole, really appreciate the wine that you've sent me. It's very expensive and very nice. He said it's just that the proof is far too low. So he was like, next year send me cheaper wine with stronger proof. But no, he's just a really interesting character and incredibly intelligent. But just he was a little bit of a recluse towards the end, but was sort of still speaking. You've probably read some of the emails that he sent to me over the years. I've never met...
Funny man.
Very funny man. I've never met anyone that writes an email the way that Kevin did. So, yeah, I am a little bit sad, and it feels a bit like end of an era. But I'm sure he's up there with his moggies, having a little drink, and he'll be fine. But yeah, very sad today.
Well, that's a positive start to the podcast.
Well, I know, but that's how I feel. I know, I'm bringing the mood down. No, he'd be fine, and say, I'll just have to make sure I work a little bit harder now. So, because he'll be up there judging me otherwise.
Well, there you go. We spoke about Kevin. Anyway, what's really been going on? How many newspapers you done this week?
Yeah, a little bit, because obviously of the little bit of coverage. Joe's sick of seeing my face. It's a little bit boring, yawning. But yeah, no. What have we had? You're
doing Closer, are you?
Yeah, I've got some interviews this week, so that'll be fun. Filming's really busy at the moment as well, so it's quite challenging at the moment with work's starting to pick up as well for me. Joe's obviously looking for a job, if anyone's out there needs him. No, but we've got a few things on the boil at the moment, haven't we, as well? So that's quite exciting. We can't really talk about it yet because it hasn't quite happened, but
there could be some really big news coming in the next 2 days.
Could be, yeah, let's hope so. We've had some really productive
international news.
Are you going to be an international superstar? Are you doing what is it? You joining a boy band?
No, but I could be buying a football club.
Oh, it could be, yeah. But we'll watch this space. But
and it ain't Macclesfield.
It's not Macclesfield before everybody starts texting. But yeah, listen, could be really exciting. But never count your chickens.
We had a good meeting yesterday.
We did have a really, really good meeting.
And we'll see where we go. I can't really talk about it.
And he's killing him. Look at him. He can't even sit still.
I fucking love to throw it out there, but
no, but you just can't.
I can't.
You just can't.
I'm not doing it.
So you're gonna have to think of something else. What else have you done this week? We've been out
nothing.
quite a bit.
Nothing else.
We have last week.
I've just been out.
Just been out.
Just been out with
you.
you.
Socialising.
You've been pissed a few times.
I've not been a little bit.
I was a bit thingy last week, weren't I?
Bit fed up?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I get fed up really quickly, and I felt like I had no purpose in my life after 2 days of not doing nothing.
Yeah, doom and gloom.
Yeah.
It was very depressing, I'm not going to lie.
I was struggling.
You were struggling, but I think that's the same for everybody. All of a sudden, when something finishes... and
yeah, but I wanted it. It's weird because I wanted it to be finished as well. Like I sold that business because I wanted to sell it, not because I had to.
Yeah, no, of course. But when something sort of, it's like a little grieving process, isn't it? It's like off it's gone. You might have been happy, but I think it's because actually we didn't have anything that had kicked off, anything new. We've got things kind of in the pipeline, but nothing that had actually concrete kicked off. So I think I did offer you a job.
What was your job?
I said you could rub my feet.
I did do so. I did invest last week into
a couple of kids.
That sounds really bad. And now, do you know what the problem is with me?
Why are you on your phone?
Because I don't know what the company's called. So.
And he picks on me.
I know. This is bad. This is bad by me.
Really bad.
Yeah.
You basically jumped on a friend's coattails, didn't you?
I don't even think these kids know that I've put money in.
Well, they will
so
now.
Kit King _resales. Let's resell your trainers and buy new ones, like ones you can't get. I don't really understand it, but actually they're making us a few quid.
So I think it's like kind of part of what we want to do, isn't it? This fund that we've sort of put together, where sort of investing into young
entrepreneurs,
people, young entrepreneurs, which I once was. Now I'm just old.
I'm still a young entrepreneur.
You basically told me when I was 35 that I was middle-aged.
I told you nearly 60 the other day.
I'm not nowhere near 60, you cheeky. I'm not even in that decade to be nearly 60. Not even the decade below. I really, really dislike you. Always picking on me. But no, so I basically can tell you I'm middle-aged now.
Well, yeah, I feel I've been middle-aged for about 5 years, Nicole.
What did you do with that hair this morning?
Oh, I've just washed it. I didn't do it today. I like to give my hair a day off sometimes from wax and stuff.
You like to give your hair a day.
And Nicole said, why are you wearing this T-shirt, Joe?
Well, only because he looked like he hadn't ironed it.
This T-shirt is from a charity.
Yes.
That I'm a trustee of.
And I am.
Yeah, are you?
Yes.
I thought you was a dodgeman, you weren't a lad. This is for testicular cancer.
So yeah,
It's part of West Ham United.
It is, so...
DT38.
It is.
Check it below.
Yeah.
When you're down there, have a feel.
Yeah. And follow on the DT38. If you basically type it into any social media, it comes up. So give them a little follow. Check out all the information.
Yeah,
and it's
really important stuff.
Yeah. And I mean, unfortunately, you can't go out and get other people just to fill your bits nowadays.
You can if you pay the right woman.
Not with COVID, you can't. Even that's out
I
of
saw a
bounds.
programme about the brasses in Manchester still going on.
Is it?
You didn't watch it, did you?
No.
Manopolis or whatever. So they're spending £1 billion round the Dakota Hotel, actually, round that area, building towers and building it. And then round the back of a shed was a woman giving blowjobs for £4.99.
No.
Yeah, and she writ it on the wall of prices. And there was like 1,000 condoms on the floor.
Well, at least it's condoms.
Did you not watch it? You didn't watch it, did you?
No.
I watched it Saturday afternoon when you were getting ready.
Where? It's so
It's
weird.
on Sky. It was a download. I downloaded it.
And what, in COVID this is going on?
This is going on now, yeah. Nicole, I don't think that stops. It's never stopped in the history of the world, has it?
Well, no, it's the oldest profession. And I'm not judging. I'm just saying, with COVID, you got... Well, anyway.
Nicole, people that are doing that for that amount of money in desperate need, aren't they? For probably drugs.
Probably, because there are jobs that pay more than that.
Yeah, but how many can you do in an hour? Depends how good you are, doesn't it? So she might be $4.99, but she might be doing 10, 15. She's only 50 quid an hour.
Please just stop now. I can't. This is far too early in the morning.
Well, anyway, so this guy that was on this show that invested all his money was like walking around he's built all these empty buildings, he's building towers and hotels on them and stuff, and he's walking around them and there's all this stuff going on.
No.
But that's the world.
Well, yeah. Thanks
it's the world,
for sharing.
and it's sad, but she's doing,
Well, no, she might like her job. I mean,
I'm not saying that, but you've got to be quite. It's hard to do that.
Yes, it's a very bizarre.
For $4.99.
But yeah, I don't know.
I could do it for.
Oh, no.
10 grand. I would do it.
This is clearly needs to be edited before this goes out. You're out of control this morning. This is because you're bored. This is what happens when you're bored. You just chaos.
I know, it's a little bit like I did this big meeting yesterday, and because they've not responded, or I haven't messaged them either, because they haven't rung me yet. I mean, the meeting finished at 4:00 yesterday, And it's now 11:30 in the morning, and I'm thinking they should have fucking rung me by now.
But there was a lot of them. They have a lot to talk about.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? Be a little patient.
I haven't got patience. I'm a wanted commodity.
Not with that hair, you know. What? So what have we done? I'm just thinking. We did. I worked quite a bit, did I not?
You've done a bit of work Sunday. You filmed Sunday.
I did.
Saturday
yeah.
we went out.
Oh, we went
with
out.
A group of people.
Yeah, we went out. Oh, do you know what? Friday I was absolutely useless, wasn't I? Because I worked a bit in the week.
I don't know what happened Friday.
Well, I was trying to watch TV and my
8
eyes.
o'clock you were in bed.
Yeah, I literally for about 3 hours sat there.
I did tell you to go to bed about 7, didn't I?
Then you had a little bit of a dig at me.
No, I
felt,
don't care if you go to bed.
No, he was going, oh, too busy to stay awake tonight. He was having a little dig at me. And my
Oh, yeah, because you was out all day Thursday, weren't you?
Yes.
At an event.
But it was working. Oh, actually, I think the guy from the event wants to come on the podcast.
Oh, no, that's good. Did you sort out then?
No.
No, of course not. There ain't a guest there either.
You didn't ask me to get a guest.
You said last week you want to play back.
Well, I've had a lot on.
You've had a lot on.
I forgot.
I know you forgot.
Well, you get one next week then.
No, because I think if this thing happens this week, I'm probably going to have them people in it next week.
Yeah, probably.
So
we'll have like...
We'll have to be mobile in a minute because I think that's quite a positive thing to push.
Yeah. Okay.
And also all the fans in that club can then listen.
You're a nightmare. I don't feel like you've got much to say this week, really.
No, that's it, really. That's what's going on. I'm on tender hooks. I'm waiting. The weather is horrendous in Manchester.
I thought you were going to say you're on Tinder then. I was going to say, what?
No, I'm not on Tinder. I've never been on any of type of dating app or website or anything. I don't know if they existed before I met you, did they? There used to be plenty of fish people on, but weren't they done by phone? Like pictures in papers? I don't know.
No. What was the guy that worked for me? And he was on...
Plenty of fish.
Yeah, and there's another one called this really... Yeah.
I don't know.
And that's what he did all day. He literally sat on that all day. When they pulled like the history, it's literally... Because he was doing other things that he shouldn't have been. So when they pulled the history to check back, literally must have
Just
spent...
on dating sites?
Well, yeah, and basically on dating sites.
You once had a person that would order prostitutes to sites.
That is correct.
And he got caught.
He did get caught. It is not listen, this is not the type of calibre of staff that I put out. Clearly, I think he had an issue. So
he gave you a turkey for Christmas once and it was off. Do you remember?
I can't believe you're saying this.
He ain't listening. He's probably in prison.
No, he's not in prison. Oh my God. Joe, I'm not going to do this with you anymore. You're out of control because you're bored.
It's not because I'm bored, it's the truth.
It might be the truth, but do we need to share it to everybody?
It's a funny story, that, isn't it? Christmas Eve we realised that turkey was off.
That was good.
I think my mum was running around 24-hour Tesco's. I think we might have been on holiday.
No, we weren't. But it is true. It was off. So it's not what you want to happen on Christmas Eve. And you realise that your turkey... And I think it was quite a long while ago because it was a bit more difficult.
It was
like now,
about 10 years ago.
Yeah, now you could probably just nip out and get one. I don't
think it was that hard 10 years ago to go and get stuff.
We didn't. I think we ended up buying 2 chickens.
No, we've never done that. I think you got a crayon and something.
Oh.
You wouldn't. I don't think you would let that happen.
What are we going to do for Christmas this year?
Whatever you want. I've got an idea that we'll leave the kids at home and we're going on holiday.
Do you know what? That person who said when I swore the other week, she's going to ring back up now and say that we're abusing the children again because we want to leave them. And I will stress again, they are all, none of them, well, no, they're all over 18 and grown adults.
Remy's got his driving theory test this week.
Is it this week?
Yeah, Saturday, but he ain't revised yet, so he's going to fail again. About the 12th time he's failed.
It's not 12th time. Come on, Remy.
How many times is it then?
Because I think he listens.
It's good 7.
It's not 7.
Do you know what I found out yesterday?
About everything.
Listen, Charlie, I played football last night.
You did, and you didn't know you were doing that, did you?
I forgot, yeah.
I was a bit traumatised, weren't you?
Yeah, game was routine.
Because you really wanted to eat sweets and lamb.
Yeah, you just gone to the shop to buy some sweets, didn't you? Because you're dropping Remy off. So between 8 and 9, I had to play football. Anyway, his son's learning to drive, and you can't get a driving test till January.
No.
It's backlogged that
far.
far.
But you have to keep looking for cancellations.
You have to keep looking for cancellations.
Yeah.
But at the minute, he's got an appointment on the 21st of Jan.
Oh, do you know what I mean?
And that's a massive backlog. So if he fails his theory this time, he'll be looking at March.
You know what? Some of these people that have got no jobs, maybe that's an avenue that they should jump on.
Like me.
That could be a good route for you.
I saw something the other day I thought was a good idea. There was a driving instructor in front of me me in Wilmslow, and it was rent this car for £12 an hour, not the driving instructor, with double pedals.
Okay.
Which I didn't think was bad, a bad concept.
But I think you can get a driving instructor for £15 an hour.
Nah, it's 25, isn't it?
I don't know, I can't remember.
Oh, it's definitely not that.
I suppose it's not a bad idea, because if you can only...
No, I thought it was a good idea. You could rent it for 6 hours, couldn't you? Take your kid round and want to kill him.
Probably. But yeah.
But with the pedals, it'll help, won't it?
Yeah, no, it's not a bad idea, actually.
No, I thought it was all right. I thought it was an all right idea, especially had a few of them.
You know what they haven't got up in the north? Like a car drone.
There's only one of them in England.
I know.
Do you want to explain the concept?
Yeah, so basically, when you're learning to drive, is like...
Yeah, we've just got to be learning to drive.
Well, yeah, okay, but it is. But that's what most people we know you would use it for.
Yeah.
So it's been like it forever. I can even remember.
I've never
when I
been
was
there.
young. So basically, it's set up obviously with like roads, signs, everything. So you can literally you can take the kids when they're a bit younger and before they sort of legally can drive because it's off road, and basically teach them to drive.
It's like bumper cars with cars.
It's not bumper cars. You're not supposed to bumper cars. It's actually real cars with the signals, so you can do like hill starts, everything basically.
Yeah, it's like a mini town. It's in Essex, right? It's in Romford. Is it in Romford?
Oh yeah, just outside. But instead of like going onto like the normal roads, I think there should be definitely one in the north. There's
not. I've always thought it was a very expensive business to start up, and there's a lot of X's involved.
But
how many times one of them cars get dented?
But I don't understand why, because I think the concept in America is slightly different. I think that they have like driving school, don't they?
They do it at high school, I think, don't they?
But that's what I'm saying. I don't know why we don't do something like this.
Yeah, but in certain states, you then can only drive 2 hours a day till you're 23 years old.
No, I get that. What I'm saying is, I'm not saying necessarily do it with school because we finished school a little bit earlier, but I'm saying the actual concept, where they've now done this online thing, why don't they do a school instead where they actually teach, rather than go and do... I don't really like any of this online stuff. I don't like it. It's part of what we have to do now with training in our industry, and I don't like it. I don't think it's a good way to teach personally.
Yeah.
But they could do driving schools, so off-road, much more secure. You're not clogging up the roads. I think it would be much more... And actually, you could get people past that probably much quicker. Like you said, if they were... test centres actually in these colleges or whatever.
I've never said this.
Well, I know you've never said it, but I just thought of it at the moment.
Terrible idea.
I think it'd be a good idea.
No.
Why? You just said there's a backlog till January.
There is. Maybe this needs to open more centres. I think the way we learn's a good way of learning, and plus once you pass. You haven't got to float about it for a few years.
I'm not sure I probably would have passed. I don't think I got the questions
I passed.
Yeah, I only had 3 lessons and passed first time.
Yeah, but there was no theory when you started to drive.
There was no theory, no.
No, it's back in the day.
It's back in the day.
Where people use like their feet to like Flintstones to pedal the car. Is that what I mean?
No, literally, it's true though. So when I did my test, I was all right at the driving part.
Jump started down there.
I'd lived on a farm and we used to like drive around the farm, so I could kind of drive a bit. So that was all right for me. But when a bit like Remy, I had not revised that part
that's a shock.
At all. Just thought I'd wing it. So I'm not going to lie, I think I got one right. I think there was 3 questions, and then I told like a little joke and I got away with it. I don't think you would now. I think I told like a little joke.
Well, it was 3 questions in the car back then, wasn't it?
It was something like about the rain.
I actually was the first year you had to do a theory test.
Oh, okay. Did you pass yours first time?
Second.
I'm surprised at that.
What do you mean?
Well, I thought it would have taken you more.
No, I didn't revise the first time.
Now, though, isn't it?
Oh, don't make excuses. Children are more thick. They don't revise. They don't use the book, so they won't pass. It's not luck.
Remy's girlfriend's been helping him, though.
I asked him yesterday. He has revised 0 so far. 0 time. No, I asked him yesterday. Okay, so you can go on here, but I asked him to talk downstairs, and the answer was no. And I looked at him and thought, fail.
But he has revised before because he's been trying to do it for how long?
He will do an online test twice before he goes to the exam. He has not once picked up the highway code book.
No, I heard her testing him the other day.
God, he's just told me he hasn't.
All right, okay, well.
Oh, she's always like this about the kids, defend them from when they're wrong and thick.
I think that's so rude.
You can't he's found his theory more than anyone I know.
Only 4 times.
No, it's not 4.
I know people that have found it like 20 times.
Who? Name them.
No, I can't name them. That would shame them, wouldn't it?
Yes, name them.
No, I'm not naming them.
Because there ain't no one.
There is.
Who?
Not the same.
You don't. She's talking shit.
You're being a bit of a bully. Being a bully this morning. Okay, so let's hope. Look, I always
let's cheer me up with your nonsense. You liar.
I'm not lying. That is not a lie. No, I actually have been told that. I just can't remember. I'm really struggling. Something else I can't remember.
No.
Yeah. Well, my dad's gone into the home full time now, actually. Talking about not remembering. Yeah.
I thought he was going in for respite.
Well, he's going in for respite, but it's actually apparently really... I mean, obviously I still can't go out to New Zealand, so can't go to visit. But apparently it's the one that they were looking at that was really nice. So I think...
To be fair, it wouldn't matter. It could be a cave, you wouldn't know.
Do you know what? He'd laugh if he said that. But you know, I think he's got...
I don't mean it.
If there's any pretty nurses around, he'd be fine.
It's very sad.
No, it is quite sad. But he's gone in there to give him a bit of respite because he's been very difficult. He's been getting up in the night and I think keeping everybody awake. So he'll sleep in the daytime, but then he wants to wander around. So he's very, very tiring, very difficult. So
yeah, he's sort of... Well, it's been going on for a little while. He's been like living the wrong way around, really, hasn't he?
Yeah, living the wrong way around. And like, you know, obviously with Alzheimer's, it is...
and it's eating and stuff, isn't it?
Yeah, and forgetting to eat. People don't wash them.
I wish I had that.
Yeah, well, forgetting to eat. There's no danger of that.
We had a McDonald's yesterday.
Oh, do you know what?
On the way back from the football club.
I felt so guilty for eating the
You loved
McDonald's.
it, though?
I could have eaten... Literally, I enjoyed it that much, I could have eaten a second
Oh, there's a
Big
McDonald's
Mac.
down the road from here.
I know. But no, I can't have a McDonald's again. I
might have a KFC.
Because I've not been able to exercise.
And I'm going to Costco today.
Couple of weeks.
You're filming today, aren't you?
Yeah. So, because I haven't been able to exercise, I've been a little bit...
Have you had any rows on your TV show?
Oh, you'll have to tune in and watch, won't you?
When's it coming on telly?
Well, I believe, I don't know...
Oh, you've got a date?
No, I haven't got a date. But I believe the sort of the rumour was that it was the end of September. But I don't know this for definite. This was a rumour.
Circulated by who?
People.
Was it someone on the show or did you...
No, yeah, generally people were chatting and that was mentioned. I don't know if it's true, so don't hold
I think
me
it
to
depends on how all the filming goes, doesn't it?
Yeah, I
think the dates are flexible.
I think we're doing quite well, actually.
Yeah, I do as well.
I think everyone's doing...
Breaking the rules every day.
No, and do you know what? It's very, very challenging.
very strict as well.
Very challenging with the COVID rules. And also, because we're obviously filming outside...
very cold for you.
Because it's much safer. And, you know, we're trying to get the nice weather.
She's never seen so many fields.
I've seen a lot of fields, I'm not going to lie. Very beautiful. We were in a very beautiful, I can't go into too much, but we were in a very beautiful location on Sunday. Very, very pretty. So I think it's going to be, I think visually, hopefully, the show will look really good, this series, just that on occasions, it is a little bit cold. I actually was all right because I was fairly covered up.
You got to remember to take a coat.
Yeah, you need to take a coat. But yeah, I mean, it's great at the end of the day. It is obviously there'll be some scenes inside, but you know, if there's a few more of us, then obviously the safest environment is to be outside, and they do take care of us. And you know, we've got a little COVID person that follows us around to make sure that everybody is where they should be. Because it is difficult, and even in real life, every day. I mean, we get messages and stuff, and where we went to an event, and someone posted on my wall, and I did respond back, and I said, "If you look, we are doing what we're supposed to be," because I think they said I didn't have a mask on, but we were actually outside. We're about to go to eat. We weren't breaking any rules, and we were socially distancing. But people will still have an opinion. But we're human. We to the best of our ability tried to follow the rules.
Yeah.
And I say, and the show are very strict with us, and they give us the support we need. And they say we have a special person actually that goes around checking what we're doing.
To be fair, you're not a person that will break the rule anyway. Really,
well, not deliberately, but
I'm
not perfect. And what I try and say is I wouldn't be deliberately trying to break any rules. But, you know, it's really when you're in the...
Sometimes as well, people you don't realise all of the rules are what they changed to.
Yeah, I know.
I make sure I keep a mask in the car, to be fair.
Oh, no, like if you go in shops, like all the standard rules. But, you know, I think certainly with...
it's actually optional though, isn't it?
Well, it is optional, but...
But I think it's very awkward if you don't put one on.
No, I mean, yeah.
I think you open yourself up for it.
I'll be honest,
not just because they want to tell you anyone's opening themselves up for rat.
I have to say...
And I think, don't bother, wear one.
Well, I went to run in the garage. I've got to be honest...
got kicked out of a petrol station.
No,
I didn't realise.
But I went to go in without really thinking, and then I thought, oh God, so I ran back to my car. But just for a split second, I did. And that worst thing at the moment, and every woman that you speak to, I've literally never ever suffered with my skin ever at all. I have really clear skin, and I don't know if it's a combination of I've been in hospital. I have changed the product I used on my face, which I've stopped using now because I wasn't sure. But certainly wearing a mask and having to wear a mask so often, I'm definitely got sort of spots. Even you went to me, you've never seen me with spots, and literally the girls that work in the hairdresser.
I think it's because she's getting menopausal.
Could be.
Ladies of a certain age.
And
I noticed she's very hot. Yeah, with that as well.
I'm just hot, that's all. Although, no, literally...
Not if they saw you sleeping.
Literally, do you know the gun thing?
What, a thermometer?
The gun, not gun. The thermometer. I actually have been quite cool on that, but actually before, every time it went on me, I was not hot as in temperature, but quite warm, but not since I've been filming outside. I've been more on the cooler side because they retake our temperatures in the day.
Okay.
So actually, as the day wore on, when we were filming, everyone's temperatures started to go less and less as we were. But you do your best, don't you? And that's what I try and say to people: do my best to follow the rules. But if ever in the future I make a mistake, it wouldn't have been done intentionally. And I think the area specific, I think that the government could be much clearer. And it's revolving, isn't it? It's evolving all the time. Not revolving.
Yeah, evolving all the time.
Revolving?
Evolving.
Yes, that's
right.
It's
my accent.
No, it's because you said revolving. Nothing to do with your accent.
Maybe.
I literally said revolving. It's because you get a bit excited.
It's good. It is changing all the time.
Yeah, so
we're living in it. It's sort of like a live system, and it's moving.
Yeah. So I say I think everybody. There's no one that I know that deliberately. We are trying to do the best that we can. We are human.
Yeah, we are. Yeah.
We are not robots. But look, we're nicely socially distanced today.
Well, we're in the same bubble.
Yeah, but we're still socially distanced with our sexy assistant over there in the corner.
Dave the producer.
But he's hiding in the corner. But yeah, so we are. It's really well laid out, and even we come into this environment.
In fact, I was going to talk about Atlantic Podcast Studios today. It's on my list.
Your agenda.
Well, yeah, yes. Anybody can book to start their own podcast.
Well, just not one of the other housewives. I beat them. I'm only joking.
So it's in Altrincham. You can book it. You can ring up, make a contact with them. Yeah. Message me if you like, and I'll put you in contact.
Yeah, and even for a bit of fun.
It's really good fun.
Yeah, you know what? When you're trying to think of things to do, even as kids get a bit older, you kind of have exhausted everything to do for a birthday party. And in this climate, you can't have the traditional birthday parties.
Yeah, it's a good idea, actually.
So maybe the kids would like to come and do their own little, and they can video it as well, so they've got something to keep.
I don't know if they do that.
Well, they could now.
Well, you pushed it now, so they're just pushing. They do podcasts.
Why can't
they've got a bigger room next door that's being done?
Yeah, and they're gonna have a little area, so potentially they could do it'd have to be a small group. Clearly, I'm just thinking outside the box.
But they don't do this, so Nicole, just shut up.
But I think they would do it.
Oh God,
I'm sure they would do it.
Do you know what this is? She went to a music studio once with one of our kids, and Kira. She was 10?
Yeah.
And they recorded a song. It was horrendous. If I could find it, I'd play it. On this podcast.
They had a good time though. But I think it's actually a good idea. Especially boys, they'd think with your best mate or something, you could come and do a little scenario.
You could do a football one when the football's on.
Yeah, exactly.
Do a reaction channel.
Yeah, because they've got reaction channel.
Start a podcast that no one watches.
Yeah, exactly.
Why
not? It's your podcast.
So we've got 100 subscribers now anyway.
Oh, a couple of people messaged me about the winnings. So I said, no, it's not, because you need to try harder. And
the £1,000 or 150.
Actually, I forgot about that.
Of course she forgot.
She asked me about the £1,000.
Well, £1,000 they're nowhere near.
Yeah, I know. So how are we doing for the 150?
We've done that. We're on that.
And we've
so
got a
this
winner?
week, well, we haven't picked the winner yet because I only realised this morning, but Dave will choose a winner today on subscribers, and I will put it on Instagram, and you will put it on Instagram.
Oh, yes,
and then we will talk about it next week so they can contact me.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah? And then they can have that money. Unless they drop.
No, you can't. You can't be doing that.
After my breaking news this week.
Oh. dun dun dun. It's like you can't. And
I believe this will go fucking massive.
Yeah. I think we'll both be a bit disappointed if this don't come off. I have to say, if it happens...
I tell you what, if it don't come off, I'll be on here next week slating them.
No, you won't. No, you won't. They're lovely people, actually. The board are actually incredibly...
Oh, she's narrowing it down. All clubs got boards.
Okay. Well, what I'm saying is the people that we met...
Yeah, fantastic club.
Lovely, lovely people. So whether we get involved or don't get involved... wish them all the best because they're really nice people. Yeah. So that's all I want to say on the subject. I actually genuinely mean that.
Yeah, care about the club.
Yeah, actually had one of the best meetings I've sat in on. Very, very different people in the meeting. Bit of a diverse group.
But they all cared, didn't they?
But really liked it. And same sort of philosophies as us, I think. So say fingers crossed it works and we're involved, and if not, but hopefully they do well. So
but if I'm not involved, no, I will want them to get relegated at every opportunity.
No, you won't. No,
I'm not that. I'm not like that actually. And I never wanted Maxwell to get relegated. But that's what happens if you don't go with me.
No, it's not. I think that was a whole different scenario.
I'm very upset about that actually happening.
Yeah.
To be honest with you. They'd be
No.
absolutely screwed.
Yeah, no, I think, the problem is when it's through no fault of the players
or the manager.
And the manager.
Yeah.
And even Daryl obviously is a friend of ours, isn't he?
He's not the manager.
No, but he was. But he was. Yeah,
he started off with me. It's the reason I got involved.
Yeah, it's the reason we got involved.
Well, look, they've ended up with like 14 points or whatever. Do you know what I mean? Ridiculous. How can a team go down based on individual fines, not even administration?
Yeah, I know.
Do you know what I mean? So it's just
very unfair.
You know,
quite heartbreaking.
At the same time, looking at it from the outside, if you're the FA or the EFL, sorry.
Oh, you had to.
And you've had a berry. And you've got a club that ain't paying people every month, and this bit, I'd get rid of them as well.
Oh, I'm not disagreeing.
Because it's a pain in the arse.
I'm saying, but
and everyone else has stuck to the rules. Well, most clubs have. Yeah. I think 7 other clubs missed a month's salary or was late.
Yeah, I just think sorry, I'm just looking at myself on here. I've got no makeup on.
So difficult now for them.
Yeah, sorry. Just thinking, not a good look this morning. I've got no eyes, and the reason I have no eyes this morning is because you kept waking me up.
Oh, I couldn't sleep. I fell asleep quick. What happened was we had our McDonald's early, didn't we? After the meeting, about 4 o'clock.
Yeah.
And I never ever wake up, like never happens. But I woke up, I went to sleep, we must have went to sleep about 10. Anyway, I woke up at like 12, I was starving.
Yeah.
So I sat there watching a programme about Netflix for an hour before I got up. And then I got up and I had a crisp sandwich and 2 bits of salmon.
Well, I didn't eat, so I'm actually quite... I mean, what time is it now? I'm quite hungry. I haven't eaten actually since the McDonald's.
I'll get you KFC after.
No, I can't keep eating takeaways. Do you know what I mean? I'll be going, oh, she's put all that weight back on. Do you know what I mean? No, I haven't actually put any weight back on, but when you just think where I've not walked or done anything for the last 2 weeks.
You haven't been able to, because you did want to start last week and I said to you, listen,
I'm not
you can't be going miles from the ass with holes in your stomach. Do you know what I mean?
Well, it says now, I'm 2 weeks obviously now, so I'm allowed to start doing gentle exercise, like light jogging, walking. So I'm actually going to go on the treadmill before I get ready to film.
Today.
Yeah, because I'm not walking in the rain.
Do you notice one of our little trees is like down on the floor in the garden?
What's happened?
One of the trees is like on the floor. Like blown over.
Well, apparently...
I couldn't believe the weather last night.
Well, apparently we had someone peeking over the fence, didn't we?
I heard about this on Monday.
With their Jack Russell. So if you're listening, we're watching and we have cameras.
Yeah.
Piss off. No, but someone knocked actually and said that someone...
And also there's a good fucking chance I'll shoot you.
He didn't actually say that. We don't actually own a gun.
Nicole won't let me own a gun because of this reason.
Joe is not allowed a gun in the house. But no, so we do have cameras up everywhere. So I just want to put that out there. And we have very good neighbours.
Actually, it was reported to us by someone.
Yeah, it was. Actually, so we're really lucky. We haven't got neighbourhood watch, but actually... got really, not busy neighbours because they're not
there
like
might
that.
be neighbourhood watch, but you might not speak on it, Nicole.
No, but you know what I mean. But they will always knock or say if there's anything.
Yeah, they're good. Our road's good. Very
good. I mean, we're on quite a main road. But yeah, so whoever was peeking over my fence with their Jack Russell. It might just be nosy. Yeah. It's unlikely he's coming to rob you with a dog. Perhaps he's like, like one of the things he sends him in to. Because I'll stamp on that. And to be fair, there ain't nothing to rob in our house, is there? There's nothing to rob. Because we're going to take the telly off the wall nowadays. Telly's don't worth nothing. Exactly. People don't nick them no more. And we don't keep anything. It's not often I get offered a stolen telly.
No, but I bought Luca a 55-inch telly in Tesco's for like 300 quid.
Yeah.
Like, curved.
Yeah, really nice
Like,
telly. So I think,
unbelievable.
I think
in fact, we've got one same telly in our bedroom.
Yeah, and I think like most...
They're not worth anything now.
Well, I think
laptops.
I actually never carry cash, never have cash. I can't even remember.
I don't think you do now. People don't give it to you
There
today.
are people, but that's what I'm saying. So we never...
I need to get some cash out today, actually. So I've got to pay for a few bits.
But that's what I'm saying, but we'd never keep cash, like any jewellery.
Oh, yeah. Well, anyway, what she's saying is don't rob us, there's no money in the house.
Yeah, and Joe's mental, so please don't.
I will find you.
It'd be like Taken.
Oh, it won't stop.
No.
The chances of you robbing me is fucking very slim.
But you are seeing a rise in this at the moment.
Well, we haven't had it in Wilmslow, but in Hale and Altrincham apparently there's been a massive rise in cars and
thefts, burglaries.
Someone from Atlantic Podcast, his neighbour had the lock melted at the back of their door.
Yeah.
With a blowtorch.
Yeah.
In the middle of the night to get the cars.
Yeah. So it's
probably scousers.
Joe. That's a disgrace. We've got many friends that are Scousers. They're all going to hate you now.
No problem with that.
Very rude. No, you like them.
No, I do actually. One of my best friends is a Scouser.
What were you going to say then? Is it one of your real best friends or one of your best friends?
No.
Is it one of your real ones?
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll let you off then. Because Joe has a lot of best friends.
I have a lot of friends that
He meets them twice and there is... friends.
Well, why can't they be my friend? It's no big deal, is it? I don't talk to them anymore. I'm not great at answering the phone or social.
Well, no, anyone, right, so...
Yeah,
we've both got
anyone that knows us really well rings Nicole to speak to me.
Yeah, even really close friends.
Yeah.
Like actually... Like
Tracy.
Actually, I'm just looking at the T-shirt and actually she's one...
Who runs a charity.
Yeah, Tracy
They don't ring
and
me.
Jim and Taylor... because for those that maybe don't know, it was Dylan who Joe looked after when he was an agent. How we know
Dylan Tombides, his number's 38.
Yeah, at West Ham. So, but we're all incredibly good friends, and I think quite special to us. But she knows Joe very well because she is married to Jim, and Jim is a little bit.
Jim's very social though.
Jim's a little bit like you.
Great company, Jim.
And that's why Tracy knows all your bad faults. So she messaged me actually yesterday.
Did she?
But I'm not going to say what she messaged, it was private to us. But she knows, she'll ring me and say, Joe's not answering the phone again. Can you tell your husband? I
don't even realise sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes you do, but it's fine. It's a little bit awkward, but I've got used to it over the years. And the only thing that I do really badly, which I've noticed that my son does, is I hang up really quickly, like, because I'm probably on to the next thing. But like people over the years don't always say it to you initially, but then once they get to know me, they'll say, when I first knew you, I thought you were really rude because you'd hang up the phone really quickly.
You don't say goodbye. Because
I kind of think I'm already... But Remy does the same thing. He did it to me the other day and I was actually really pissed off. And then I thought, can't really say anything because I do the same thing. But yeah, Joe isn't great at answering the phone, are you? No. You could actually do... You could do without having a phone.
I would love not to have a phone.
Yeah. Well, except for to watch TikTok.
Yeah, but I could get an iPad for that.
Yeah, I actually had to take the phone off you yesterday.
Yeah, I thought you broke it as well.
I was devastated because I literally...
My video stopped moving.
I was in the other room and all I could hear was bloody magic on TikTok or whatever it was. And this voice, but it was going on and on and on, a bit like me. And I came out and I had to wrestle it off.
But yeah, if we look at our screen times on our phones, Nicole is put nearly 50% more than me. So if I'm on it 4 hours a day, she's on it 6. There's been time I looked once and she was on it for 12 hours in one day. That's ridiculous.
But
no, in an ideal world, I wouldn't have a mobile phone.
No.
I wouldn't.
But now you've discovered TikTok and you're not
I still
bored.
wouldn't have one. I'd rather have no phone. I hate getting messages.
Are you bored of TikTok yet?
No, because it changes the people make me laugh. But I keep changing my interest in them. I'm liking the people that are arguing at the minute. There's some right divs. Seriously.
You've got the best turn of phrase, haven't you?
There is. There's a guy that calls himself King. The King. His name's Ian Moore. He's fucking massive. He lives somewhere and he's charging people tenner for shout-outs. I've never seen anything like him. Geezer must weigh 30 stone. But he's got like 300,000 people following him. He don't do anything. Don't talk about anything. Just argues. And with this other geezer called Nicholas, who lives somewhere else, who charges people £5. And then there's some geezer called Scooter Diver Joe. And I'm like, I can't believe I'm watching these idiots.
But who's the idiot? Because it ain't them.
Yeah, me.
They're getting £10 a go. You're unemployed and you're watching them. And you're getting no money.
True. It's true.
So maybe
I've got no problem with them earning money out of it, to be honest.
Maybe
I think that's, why not? If you can do it, but I can't believe I don't follow them. I don't follow them.
But you're watching them.
No, because what happens is I just go through the whatever it's called, the main page, and they're on it all the time, so they're on it. But I won't follow them. I would like to, but I don't. I only follow about 8 people.
Why is that?
Oh, I don't know. It's normally like something sad, and I'll follow.
Yeah,
or someone that's really rude, and then I'll follow them because they make me laugh.
Yeah.
Like really abusive.
Just look at your little face lighting up.
I can't think of his name, but it's someone.
The fingers are
he had
going.
one thing on, and I just thought brilliant.
You can't obviously repeat
Saying
it.
exactly what I think. Follow.
Is it like you're the devil in you? Anything you see that goes on in that warped brain of yours, you kind of, if someone else is saying it, it's like you're living through them a little bit.
Yeah, maybe.
Because you can't really say it unless you're in the 4 walls with me. Your deepest, darkest secrets of thoughts. Me.
There is some right hate on TikTok though.
Is there?
Yeah.
What, worse than Twitter?
Well, the people that are really busy on it, yeah, they seem to, but some of them deserve it, but then there's other ones that don't. There's a guy, and I think he says something like, something darling. He's very, very camp, right? But all he does is get abused. But what he does when he gets abused is shows a comment and then says something about him.
He's funny.
Like, sound like your dad sucked me off or something. Right? But then he laughs and says, darling. But I can't stop. I really like him.
You can't stop watching it.
Yeah, and the other thing that annoys me actually about he's got a brother with Down syndrome,
Is
right?
there no guidelines?
And people have a go at his brother, and
wrong.
I think that's bang
disgusting.
out of all. His brother's name's Julian, and I think, but then he gets Julian's called people like wankers and that, which really I quite enjoy.
Yeah,
Because I think
wrong,
why
though.
are people saying stuff
That's
about
disgusting.
that? Like that ain't normal behaviour.
People are not normal. But that's what I'm saying. Is there no like guy
Well,
is there no
I don't
restrictions?
think, from what I can gather, you can't type swear words on TikTok because I've noticed that people leave letters out of like cunt and fuck.
Do we need to say that?
Oh, it don't matter. It's part of the language, isn't it? I ain't bothered.
Yeah, it's just a word.
So then I noticed the other day, and the other person, and I don't know why I can't stop. This woman, she's actually making me really laugh, but obviously she's like not the greatest person in the world.
Okay, be careful.
What do you mean?
I don't know. I'm scared of what you're
Well,
going
I'm
to say.
pretty sure she's a sex worker,
Oh, okay.
but she's very openly about it, and the things she says are quite funny.
So you're watching sex workers?
No, she's
on
not
TikTok.
like doing dirt, but like people's comments.
This is what I mean.
I like people that are showing the abuse they're getting, and then they argue back, and I like that.
And this is really why you need a job.
Or I could become a TikToker.
Well, yeah. If you don't get that call, maybe that's what.
No, I can't be bothered arguing with people all day for a tenner.
You do with me for free.
No, that's not what I'm about. That's not what I'm about.
No, I'm only joking. But yeah, so TikTok. I mean, I was on it for 5 minutes, and then
She can't dance.
No, I can't dance. Go on, do your TikTok dance. Go on.
I don't know any.
You do. What's that one you know? The Lamborghini one.
Yeah, but I can't remember it anymore.
Oh, you was
I
doing.
don't do the dance ones anymore.
Yeah, well, Hannah and Martin are pretty good at the TikTok.
Yeah, and she's pregnant.
She is, yeah. But the TikTok thing, she's actually really quite good at.
Yeah, she is.
So.
Show you up, isn't she?
Well, no, I wouldn't. I'm not going to compete at saying I'm going to lose, am I? Why would I do that?
I've not seen him do one for a bit.
No. But I think
Esther's quite good at it.
I suppose she's used to dancing.
Wow.
Anyway, we're not going to talk about that. I'll get in trouble.
She's left the show anyway.
I don't know what she's done. No, there's no. That's not official.
Oh.
That's just what's been printed.
I thought she'd come out and said it.
No, and I really, obviously, I've got to be very careful. I can't really discuss that.
I don't got a contract.
All I would say is
say
that,
what I like.
yeah, you can do what you like, but what I would say is that what you read in the papers is not always true.
Well,
so I
knows
think
that.
people just have to wait and see, won't they? So yeah, I guess so. I think that you never know. You know what it's like.
Yeah,
things get said.
Things change, don't they?
And you know yourself with it. Things get picked up in the media, and it's like Chinese whispers. So yeah.
I'm not heavily featured in the media.
Look at his face.
Not even the local Gazette. So you're offered a magazine thing this week for Christmas. I'm not going to say who, but they want you to do it in October.
Well, yeah. Joe, you're annoying me, and I haven't said yes to it.
No,
yet
I thought we
anyway.
said no, to be honest.
I haven't said anything.
Not enough money.
God, you're so big. You've got the biggest gob ever.
Not enough money.
Right, I'm not telling you anything anymore.
I've not said who it is.
Well, I don't care. I don't know what we're talking about.
Not enough money.
He's a disgrace.
And you got to have your house decorated from October.
Which I quite like the idea of.
Yeah, you love
Christmas. Because I love Christmas.
To be fair, Nicole is... You are
Mrs.
fucking...
Christmas.
Yeah, you actually are. She loves it.
I feel like the kids...
No, she loves it.
I think there's one thing as a parent
Loves it. Always has.
Yeah, I think as a parent...
You go all out at Christmas, don't you?
I think that the kids, even from when they were little, really, really small... I mean, I was probably better
She has
then.
all the house decorated a lot.
But now I'm a little lazier. When the kids were smaller, I literally used to make the decorations. I'd literally spray them. I mean, I've done it once as they've got older, but obviously it's not the same. I'll have to wait for grandchildren now. And then I'll be like, please, everyone come to me.
Although one year we was away and we didn't do it, and the neighbours asked why we hadn't done our house.
I know, yeah. Which is
The
so...
kids, I had the neighbours ran for the kids to come in this year, didn't I?
Yeah, so that was really... Oh, yeah, the night round the corner, they'll come in and see the Christmas decorations. But there is something special about doing it yourself. I did have decorators. I did part myself and decorators to do the other half. But actually...
It's the first time you've used someone to do it.
Yeah, because I really do like when it's shattering. You're like, when the kids were small, I'd let them decorate the tree, and then when they went to bed, I'd redecorate it.
She did. She used to redo it.
I did like redo it because it's like sitting there like traumatised. But like I remember having a tree when they were small, and I collected. It was like a real old fashioned because I like different sort of styles, and I'd had like all really old fashioned toys on the tree, which was really good, and I collected them over the years. So that's quite nice. And I think when you've got small children, unfortunately, they've been lost over the years, because that would have been quite a nice thing to pass down to the kids, although they probably wouldn't care so much. I don't know if kids have that same... I
don't know, Remy likes Christmas, I think.
Oh, yeah. Well, they all like Christmas.
No, I think Remy does particularly.
Yeah, I think Luca's...
She was away for a lot of Christmas as well. She went to Thailand for quite a few years, didn't she?
She did a couple of away. But I think, I mean, I do really enjoy it. And I do, like say, even when it's only just been us, I try and sort of go all out. But yeah, so I don't know. And I mean, we're only in August.
I know, but I don't think anyone will be going away at Christmas.
No. So
not where you'd normally
everyone
go.
from my house... I feel like maybe it should be a bit, well, if you can COVID friendly do it. No, you love it though when I do it.
The best Christmas we had was only four or five of us.
Yeah. Well, I think Luca was away, and no.
Because we normally end up with everyone.
Yeah, I think that, to be fair...
It's all right, but it's tiring, isn't it?
No, but over the years, I kind of was the house that, like if someone gets splits up or someone, whatever goes on lastminute.com, we'd have like an extra one, and it'd always be... But that is what Christmas is about, isn't it? Keeping you up.
I'm very, very tired.
Or just boring you.
No, I didn't sleep well, did I?
But that is what Christmas should be about.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I'm going to start thinking about that, because there's not much else to think about, is there, unfortunately? So Christmas could be my focus, because I've been a bit like, not fed up, but I've struggled with the not travelling so much thing, because it is a big part of what it is my
I
relaxation.
feel like I'm going away next week.
Yeah, well, we
You're
might,
not. I am.
maybe I have to look at schedule, because I have to obviously
me
isolate.
and Phil might be going.
No.
Yeah.
What, you're not going if I'm not going?
I can go with Phil.
Phil's been away for the whole of
Phil's in Cyprus.
Yeah, he's away again now.
Yeah, no, but
Phil's just
I messaged
grieving.
him saying I'm sick. I tell you what, I'm becoming very resentful at. This is what he's getting me down.
Kira's gone today.
Yeah, but that's fine. I don't mind that.
You're not resentful?
People on Instagram being on holiday, I'm fucking hating you. Properly. I'm not really a hater of anything, but I noticed yesterday I'm resentful at people on holiday. And really, I'll probably go on holiday more than anyone I know.
We probably have.
We are on holiday a lot.
And we did the other day. We were going to go and do something like in the UK.
Since we've had the place in Mallorca, we were going away for 2 weeks.
Yeah, very lucky, very lucky.
Yeah, very lucky.
And I can work from away, so it's like obviously not at the moment. When my actual day job, I can work from anywhere.
And
really.
we went away when you could go to Spain, so it's not like I ain't been away.
We went away for nearly 3 weeks.
Yes, I know that, Nicole.
But we are used to it, so it is what you get used to. But we're also incredibly lucky, and you did say that to me.
I think it's because we don't actually really go, although you'll be somewhere for a week, didn't you? And then I'm not what to do, I might as well go on holiday. But we don't go away, well, last year because you were filming in Athens was the first time we've gone on holiday separately.
Yeah.
abroad.
You went to Mallorca.
Well, I went to Mallorca for 4 days, but I mean, that was the first time in our lives. So it's not something we do.
I think I might have gone to a hen thing once.
Oh, you did actually, yeah.
I remember
for 3
that.
days.
I'd forgotten about that. But I
Magaluf.
think when we first went.
Magaluf?
No, Canary Islands. But one of the girls was a friend of mine that worked for me as well. But I'd forgotten about that because when we said we hadn't, I thought, well, that's actually a little bit of a fib because I then recalled
3 days.
3 days, but yeah, it wasn't.
I had a pool party at the house.
Yeah.
Someone dropped a estate agent sign on his face.
Yeah.
Cut his nose.
Yeah, that's why I don't go away.
I don't know how we ended up with an estate agent sign in the swimming pool.
No, I have no idea. Yeah. Is that with the Elastics, I recall?
That was Elastics.
And Doobs.
Eddie Brett, Doobs.
Yeah, the boys.
Eddie Brett from Lovell Rose. Britain's Got Talent.
This is why.
Talking about famous singers, got some new friends.
We don't really do friends.
Yeah, I have.
No, you haven't.
One of them followed me on Instagram yesterday.
Stop telling
One of them followed me on Instagram.
Oh, what, Danny?
Yeah.
Your new little friend.
From The Voice.
Yeah.
I don't know what he does.
I think he was in McFly, but he's not really.
I was in McFly.
So again, see what I say? Joe meets someone once, and they're his friend.
And I met Pixie Locke.
Yeah, she didn't want to be your friend.
Nah, I think that was too much for her.
I think you were a bit lively, weren't you?
Yeah, too much for her.
Because when we'd been out for quite a while and you're quite lively, then, love you, but, a little lively.
Yeah, so we had a little socialised with those, didn't we? Socially distanced.
Well, socially distanced. Yeah, socially distancing. They were just in the same place as us, and we were on our own table. They were on the table next to us.
Not when, by the time I left, they weren't.
See, he tries to get me in trouble even when I've not done anything.
Didn't say you were sitting next to him.
Well,
they invited me over.
I can't control what you do anyway.
She makes it so awkward, didn't she?
It's just like having. It's
and
like,
Will.i.am's people were there.
Listen, right? Stop name dropping it. It's quite disgusting.
It's a big name, though, isn't it?
Yeah, B weren't there, was he?
No, I'm gutted.
But you know what? I've forgotten what I was going to say now because I'm just thinking. Yeah, you're like having. When you get like the embarrassing naughty child. I mean, we didn't really suffer that much with the kids. They were all quite well behaved when they were small. But I have seen some children out in the world that, you think, oh my God. But sometimes you're a bit like that. It's like, what is that child going to do next?
Fair enough.
So, but it just makes you who you are, doesn't it? I'm not having a go at you. Because I know you'll get all upset.
You can have a go at me. It doesn't make any difference.
No, he obviously doesn't know. You're still naughty.
I don't think I'm doing anything wrong.
No, you being yourself is not doing anything wrong, is it? Anyway, what was your plans for this afternoon?
Well, I'm hoping I've got this email.
Yeah, are you going...
Or a phone call.
But you haven't. Dun, dun, dun.
I don't know, so I'm going to have a look.
He's going to have a look now.
I'm sitting
He's on his phone.
God,
I really should have put some makeup on today.
No, I ain't.
Oh, look at him. And what time is it?
It's midday now.
Oh.
So it's that awkward moment where I think, shall I ring them? And then I'm fucked it.
I don't think... We only had the meeting yesterday afternoon. It's because it went so well. I think you were like, need to know. You want to get cracking.
Or maybe it didn't go so well. I think it was you. They weren't that impressed with you.
Yeah, I think they liked me better than you.
Most people do. Most people do. I'm fine with that.
That's not true, is it? Everybody.
I'm fine with that.
They really love you until they get to know you.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
It's like
until I say I do something, I don't bother.
Yeah, I'm kind of more of like, you have to get to know me. I think you're the other way around. You win them over pretty early doors, no?
I think it's different for men and women.
Yeah, I think men generally are quite like have a different vibe on when they meet people.
Well, you play football, you go to the pub, you have a chat, and you're thanks, don't you? It's easy, isn't it? It ain't hard, is it?
But I mean,
if you're chatty, that is.
I'll be honest with you, I'm probably being a little bit more sociable now. I'm probably doing this than I have in quite a few years.
Oh, you're very unsociable. Actually, when you get you out, you're
I'm quite good fun then.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, but I think probably for quite a few years we would obviously socialise, but like years ago, obviously I was, and then I think as time's gone on, it's like choose not to.
To be fair, though, we're quite happy to sit indoors every day as well, weren't
we? Well, it's quite nice.
Last week I didn't want to go anywhere.
No, we just watched TV, didn't we?
Yeah.
Well, I had to work, so I was out a couple of nights. You were judging me a little bit.
Oh, I didn't go anywhere. I was meant to go. I was like, I ain't going.
You could have come, but you didn't.
Yeah, weren't in the mood last week.
No, so you just stayed at home and watched Netflix. What are you watching at the moment?
I'm watching The Umbrella Academy.
Yeah, but you sort of stopped watching that.
I've got a bit of thing in that.
Bored of that.
I'll tell you what I watched last night called Kaiser.
Oh yeah, about the footballer.
So there's a footballer in Brazil that played for 10 years and never played football.
It's a true story as well, isn't it?
He was interviewed.
I fell asleep.
He was interviewed. It was a bit shit.
But the concept, it could have been better.
It was a
'Cause
true
it's quite
story. It was
good. It's
interesting. He basically just blagged it for 10 years around the world playing for different clubs, getting signed and then would pretend he was injured and never play and get paid off and then go to like Japan and then...
Like, it's unbelievable because there's players out there...
no internet then.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is there's players out there that maybe are good enough but can't get signed, and this guy couldn't even play football and had a career out of it. I mean, it's quite masterful, actually. I'm quite impressed with that.
Yeah.
It's quite... I mean...
No internet.
Yeah, no, but still, you still got to go and try, wouldn't you? But the bit I do remember is the bit that I watched was he made sure that he turned up.
Days when it was fitness.
When it was fitness, because he was super fit, wasn't he?
Yeah.
But he's actually technically crap.
Yeah.
So,
apparently he couldn't even play football at all.
But he was super fit.
Yeah.
So on all the fitness stuff,
he done all right.
He done really, really well. And then, but surely they must have watched him play football. It's unbelievable. But anyway, that's what you watched.
I didn't watch the end of that.
Oh, I fell asleep, so I don't know. Maybe we'll find
I watched this when I really woke up. I watched this program about Netflix versus Blockbuster. It was really interesting.
Do you know what I was thinking about watching again? Desperate Housewives.
Nah.
I was thinking I might watch it. You loved that. I introduced you
did actually.
to that.
I never watched it when it was on telly. I watched it after on DVD.
And then when you met me, I got you to watch that, didn't you? And you
bought me a DVD box set of it.
I did.
Yeah.
Bit
Let's keep
random.
it in my car and watch it in the car.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, go to football with Remy and watch them because to be fair, when you used to have to drive him around, then you have to wait for them when they're
Yeah,
younger.
certain days of the week you're not allowed in football clubs to watch the training. So I think Fulham was a Saturday, you couldn't go in. So it's like 4 or 5 hours in the car park.
Because it was so far, and obviously he was only small. When he had day release, you used to take him as well, didn't you? But then you'd have to sort of hang around. So a box set worked wonders, didn't it?
I think a lot of the time on day release I took him on trains. I think I was banned from driving.
He was at that point, wasn't you? Yeah.
When I say I was banned from driving, let's quickly talk about this. I got done for drink driving, right?
You did, yeah.
I weren't drink driving, though, was I?
No.
I was fucking parked, right? So I come out of the pub, couldn't get a taxi. I got in the car.
Went to sleep, you're not
in the
allowed to.
passenger side, right? Yeah. Listen to me. I woke up at 4 o'clock in the morning. It was November. It was fucking freezing. And I thought, I still can't drive. I turned the car on, put the heater on. I fell back to sleep. 6 o'clock in the morning, nap on the window, and hit me.
Because it is illegal.
Yeah, fair enough. I didn't realise, right? Fair enough. But I got a year ban for that, and the card never moved.
Yeah, but you can see why it's the intention to drive.
It's a long time ago now, about 10 years ago. Yeah, no, it's not intention to drive. You've got to.
More than 10 years.
What actually you've got to do is prove that you weren't going to drive.
Yeah.
Right? It's impossible. So
I think it's
actually,
about 12 years ago.
What they got, even if you're in the car and the car's not on, you've got the keys, they can arrest you. I learned all this after because you're going on a course for it.
Listen, the course you said was quite interesting.
Yeah, so I got it down to 9 months.
Yeah, with the intent to drive.
I got banned for a year for that. Would have been better if I just drove home.
Not really. So anyone listening,
I actually wouldn't drink drive.
No. And it's just not worth the risk. And if
I
you
don't
kill
do
someone,
that now. I just couldn't get a taxi.
Because I think it's knowing that some people don't even know that.
I could have walked. I was only about 2.5 miles from home. I didn't. I thought it was cold.
Yeah.
It was cold.
Well, you was obviously drinking, weren't you? So your brain's not thinking straight. But
I was tired.
You know that now. But yeah, I think it's. I mean, it's a.
So I used to get the train from Tuesday.
So you went, didn't you? Get the train over to Fulham.
A
long day. But yeah, it was. They were good days actually, though, weren't they? It's a nice club actually. Nice club. We had some good times at Fulham, didn't we? So we did a lot of corporate there because we had a box over there. It was very good, all good fun. But yeah, so I need to go shortly.
Nicole's got to go, but before we go, I just want to talk about one last thing.
Go on then.
So we've been approached to have a sponsor on this podcast.
We have, yes.
So I'm having a conversation with him this afternoon. But if there's anybody else out there who would like to sponsor the podcast, it's not a lot of money and it's great value. And I will literally be your brand whore for that week.
You're going to be a brand whore.
Not a problem. I'll post for you, make videos for you, TikTok dances.
But yeah, no, it's good because we're getting a lot of...
It's a coupon website.
Well, don't advertise them yet, they won't pay.
I'm not saying who it is.
Well, so so it's quite nice because we're getting inquiries now, which is good because obviously we're getting a bit more traction, and obviously be good.
Yeah,
and we need to put into the fund. Joe's retirement fund now has got no job.
Well, someone's got to pay for the podcast.
Well, that's right. Yeah,
we don't have 13 weeks of Atlantic, so it's time to start converting it.
Yeah,
I can't keep eating food for free on here.
But anyway, I'm a housewife.
And I'm a husband. You fucked that up, didn't you?
I know.
My name's Joe Sealey, I'm an husband.
And I'm Nicole Sealey and I'm a housewife. Thank you for having us today.
See you next week, guys.
Bye.
The story of somebody's life, journey, a moment in time, oh, it could mean nothing without a husband and a housewife.